Good day, students. This is Amit Meena, founder of Punk IAS coaching classes. I hope your preparation is going well for the current affairs part. Last video I had guided about the importance of All India Radio News. I hope you have started listening to the All India Radio News. In today's video, I'll go further on. That is, I told that the guidance is regarding current affair and how do you approach current affair. The second step, that is newspaper reading, how do you start with that particular thing, because having primed up your mind with All India Radio News, the next step is extensive reading and research oriented study for a newspaper. Now, whatsoever newspaper you have been referring, but first very important thing, regarding newspaper, a lot of videos will keep coming from my side, because it is not that newspaper is not that I can cover the guidelines in 2 to 3 minutes or something like that. A lot of videos will keep coming regarding that. So in this particular video, I like to stress one very important point. Before you start reading any given newspaper, you will have to understand one very important fact is that newspaper is actually for everybody. It is for old age people also, it is for youngsters also, it is for people who are working in corporate sector, who are general householders. For them also the same newspaper is there. For students also it is there, for academicians also it is there. So now as an aspirant for civil services examination, you have to realize that the same newspaper, how do you utilize it for your civil services examination point of view? So how do you differentiate that? So first and foremost, before you take newspaper in your hand, before you start developing the habit of reading newspaper, two very important things which you will have to do is, first and foremost, go through the entire syllabus of GS which is prescribed for on the UPSC website. It is easily available. The syllabus for mains examination GS 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'll repeat, go sincerely read the entire syllabus of GS paper 1, paper 2, paper 3 and paper 4. Thereafter, that is first very important thing which will help you to guide, which will help you to realize what are the topics which are to be covered in current affairs when you are reading newspaper. The second important thing is that previous year question paper, at least minimum 5 years previous year question paper of the GS paper mains examination. Prelims also you can do the same thing, but specifically mains examination, previous 5 years question paper, you have to go through all the question papers regarding the current affairs, so that you are able to appreciate what sort of elements are asked about current affair, what sort of questions are asked about current affair in those examinations. Because any given question will have two parameters, but for one which will test your basic knowledge, and second your contemporary knowledge, that is the current affair knowledge. So previous year question paper you will have to go through. After having gone through the syllabus as well as the previous year question paper, you will be able to understand, you will be at a platform to realize that what news you will have to filter out when you really start reading the newspaper. That filtering out of the filtering out of the news which is relevant to your examination point of view is very, very important, because newspaper is very extensive. So out of that you will have to do a very smart study, that what news is pertaining to my preparation, that is to be studied. And for that you will have to first go through the syllabus and the previous year question paper, and after that we'll take up newspaper. So do that, and I'll keep posting videos about how to handle newspaper, how do you filter out the various information what is there in the newspaper, how do you do notes making, and a lot of things like that will keep coming. So have a smart approach, and that's it. Best of luck. Take care.